pass. Mr. Minister, we've all been talking about the DPI story. It's a grand global template. And we see DPI, being seen as a big ticket export, the defining export from the Indian context. So, that's a great story to tell. And one, where are we in that export? Where exactly is the trajectory going? And second, there's also a view that, export at the influencer level is fine, it's a great idea. But what about monetizing this as an opportunity from an export perspective?
Already three countries are already using it. You are aware. France is using it, UAE is using it, and Singapore is using it. About 30 countries are already in the process of evaluation. So UPI is already exported. There is a lot of interest all across the world for getting UPI within their system. We have signed MOU with Japan. And actually, Japan has granted a patent to UPI. Japan has actually granted a patent to UPI. So it's a model, it's a technology which is today widely accepted as a very good way of designing the payment system. Moreover, above that, the structure that we have created, structure in which no one company can be dominant, that structure is highly appreciated by world over, by the policymakers as well as common citizens.
Karthik, there's a related question here. The DPI mechanism, obviously, we celebrated as a grand success. But back home, it's largely running in the government, fuel. It's being largely managed by the government, both as a cost center and also as an operational center. There's large talk of an ecosystem of entrepreneurship being built around in the private sector. Is that a stated objective, or you want to continue, so to say, subsidizing DPI, penetration in this country domestically?
See, if you look at the model, if you try to understand it, then you'll find out how finely that balance between private and public sector is. Had it been purely developed by the private sector, imagine the concentration of this entire very, very important part of the Indian economy in the hands of one corporate or two corporates. Correct? Had it been purely done by government, there would be significant level of, we wouldn't have been able to reach a level which the energy of entrepreneurs can really take it forward. That's why the thought process of having a public-private partnership, where today more than 400 banks are already on the UPI, more than 35 million merchants are already on UPI, more than 400 million users are already on the UPI. If you want to start a payment application tomorrow, you can actually do it. So what is the idea? The idea, thought process is, our Prime Minister is very clear that technology has to be democratized. Technology should be available to every common citizen, as much to you as to a person in the remote parts of Jharkhand, as much to a person in Mumbai, as to a person on the boards of Kerala. It has to be equally available to everybody. That is the thought process by which this entire system has been designed. It is working very well. The world is appreciating, because this flattens the difference between the haves and have-nots. This is a way of inclusive growth. One of the most important objectives of Prime Minister Modi ji's economic policy is inclusive growth. Program after program is designed for inclusive growth. Everything that we do is designed to have has inclusivity as